everyone! In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how I made my Envy wig from FullMetal Alchemist. I used a 1/2-inch high-density foam. It's just this green foam. I found it at Joann's. It runs about $9.99 a yard, so if you do have coupons, do use them because they can get pretty pricey. This stuff is really, really easy to cut, which is a good thing. Have a look. I just used my fabric scissors and super simple. So for this, you can use pencil or pen to draw on this. It doesn't matter. They both show up relatively fine. Draw the shape that you require. For the tutorial I'm showing you today, I actually needed to use this method for a Yami Bakura wig commission from Yu-Gi-Oh! So I cut out the shape for Bakura's. He has these really strange bat wing. I don't know, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! They have the weirdest hair. So his little bat wing things over there, I cut out the shape from the foam, and let's get to step 1. As you saw before, this foam is green. We have to paint this. You can either use a spray paint, like the Krylon spray paints, acrylic paints, it doesn't matter. So, let's get to step number 1. After you've cut your foam into your desired shape, you're going to want to paint it the same or a similar color to the wig fibers. Here, I spray painted mine with Krylon white spray, and off camera I painted it with gesso. As soon as you've finished painting your foam pieces and they're completely dry, it is time to start gluing on your wig fibers. I like to use the crystal clear tacky spray. It's very sticky, so you do have to rinse your hands often, but it works really great. First, just lightly spray your foam pieces and take your wig fibers and gently place them on top of the foam. You might want to use a comb just to make sure the pieces stick down instead of using your finger, because the fibers will stick to your finger like crazy. Once you got the fibers down, you just want to trim the fibers a little bit away from the edge of the foam piece so that it's easier to trim later when it's completely dry. You'll want to continue this step until you've completely covered your foam piece with wig fibers, leaving no empty spaces available. To do this, lightly spray the wig fibers with the tacky spray and gently place the loose wig fibers on top of the previous ones to fill in any gaps. Again, you may want to use your comb instead of your finger to gently move around the wig fibers to make sure all of the spaces are completely filled in. Before you glue down any fibers, it is also a good idea to take your wig fibers and gently place them over the foam so that you get an idea where exactly you'll place them before you permanently glue them in place. Once your foam piece is completely dry, you want to take some scissors and trim away the excess hair along the edge of the foam piece. This way, it gives your foam piece the shape it originally had, and it's also a lot easier to get rid of this hair now instead of later. After you've trimmed away all excess hair, you can now go ahead and glue on the wig fibers to the other side of the foam piece. Once that's dry and all wig fibers are cut off, then you can go ahead and do the edges. As soon as that's dry, you can now sew in your wig fibers to your wig. Now that your foam piece is completely finished, you can now go ahead and place it on your wig to see where exactly you're going to sew it in and where you have to move the hair. And this is just a preview of what my Bakura wig will look like as soon as I have sewn in the armatures. Ta-da! Here we go. This is my finished product of my Bakura wig after I sewed in the armatures. It is a little bit annoying to get them sewn in, but you can do it, if I can do it. It's just a little bit of a pain, but once you get the hang of it, voila! There you go. Here's my finished product, and I hope this tutorial has been very helpful to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.